Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Viking Conquest. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Cathurs from the likes of the Kingdom of Alban, I do believe, and now we are being attacked by a Kingdom of Ulad vassal. Now, I did place a couple of our units in the garrison at Asgard, but unfortunately, yeah, I only had about 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes of real-time rest. So our morale is still suffering pretty badly, and we did lose 5 more units, but they were not anything to write home about. They were quite low tier, so I didn't really have to worry about those at all. We didn't lose any veterans, didn't lose any noble units, and now we have a battle against 135 units with our 93. So let us join the battle, and we'll see what we can do. Now, yes, luckily enough, we were able to rejuvenate ourselves as much as possible, and thankfully enough, it appears as though Borgar has regained 100% of his HP, so hopefully we will not require all of that HP, because obviously, as we know, I do get taken out rather considerably in these things, but hopefully this time around that will be a little different. And we'll just welcome these fellows with open arms. Oh yes. Okay, open arms. By that, I mean with my sword, of course. Yes, come on, take these guys out. Come on, deal some damage, there we are. Okay, now we need to be careful about the armored units. That is primarily the problem. So, hopefully we will be able to... Oh dear. Yes, one of our units is actually blocking my attacks, which is definitely going to result in many more of our units being killed. So that's not going to be good. That's not going to be too good, is it? No. Let's hope that the enemy pushes forward a little bit more. Ah, there we are. I'm able to get my sword a little bit through our ranks right here, hopefully. Okay. No. Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah, it's just reflecting off our own units. No, our weapon was damaged. Oh no, that's never a good sign. When that happens in a siege defense, why would that happen in a siege defense? That is so bad. Okay. Thankfully enough, it's not broken. That's all I can say. It's not broken, so I think we have an okay chance at just using it and hopefully not absolutely destroying it in the process. Yes, okay, do some damage, thank you very much. Okay, I tell you what, let's get our spear out, and we're going to do a little bit of overhead attacks, I think. That's going to be a little bit more damaging, isn't it? No? Oh, there we are. That's a little bit better. Maybe not. There we are. I do like the sword. The sword is very effective, I do believe. Yes, I did travel to Edinburgh as well. I sold our loot. I also recruited an old captain from the tavern, which cost us about 1,200, which is actually not too bad. And I'm actually quite hopeful about this particular siege defense. It appears as though we are doing a pretty considerable job, and we don't seem to be having too many difficulties, which is very nice. It's quite unusual for us to have no difficulties. Oh my goodness. Come on. Yeah. Okay, I think what I may want to do... No, I'm not going to jump out there. I'm not going to jump out there. Even though I may really be tempted to do that, we're not going to be doing that just yet, because we still have a huge amount of units outside, and I'm still having difficulties even attacking these guys right now. And who knows whether our weapon will be destroyed. If our weapon's destroyed once we get out there, then we'll be absolutely defenseless, because, as we know, I'm not incredibly good at using a spear, but... yeah, we will see. We will see how things go. It's actually not bad so far. As you can see, the death toll is only 11, and we have actually taken out all of our opponents, or at least many of our opponents. Can I jump over this? Yes, I can. Excellent. No invisible walls, thank you very much. Okay, come on, let's do this. Take them all down. Maybe I should have done this beforehand. It seems like quite an effective maneuver, but... there it is. It kind of makes me wonder, why isn't there a ramp for the rest of our units, just in case, for some sort of flanking maneuver here. But nevertheless, 17 morale, very, very good. 22 renown as well. So, what do we have here? How many did we lose, and what did we lose? We lost 13 total. And we lost some spearmen. for some veteran spearmen, some freeholders, and some bowmen. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And we did take out a huge amount of their units, and we have the ability... I was hoping we would have the ability to take 89 of them prisoner, but apparently not. I'm not entirely sure what calculates that, because it said that we had knocked 89 of them unconscious, and I was really hoping that that would be the case this time around, where we'd be able to, well, take as many of them prisoner as we'd like. And we do have some battle trophies, so I suppose I cannot really be too upset about that, but still, 89 prisoners would have really given us a lot of cash right there, so that's a little unfortunate. But nevertheless, we will now be speaking to Egil, and let's see, well, he probably wants to get another point in power throw, and what else? Well, are we ever going to make our own faction? That is the thing. If we are going to make our own faction, then I would probably spec into leadership, so that he can be one of our first vassals, be quite a powerful one at that. But if not, then I do believe trainer skill is probably going to be the other thing that I will spec into. I was thinking of something else like weapon maintenance, because I don't want his axe or whatever weapon he may be using at the time to break, but I think trainer will be a little more useful at the moment, and will level up a bit of his throwing proficiency. And now we have average morale, which is pretty good, but still not great. We did have very low, so I'm actually hopeful that we'll get maybe another person trying to attack us right here. Otherwise, I will have to head on to Asgard and place our units in the garrison there before we lose. Oh, no. Oh. No? Oh, I don't actually know what's happening right here. Okay. We might want to just take a look at what's happening outside. So, we have Halfdan, who is actually in the garrison itself, and we have... Wow. Okay. Yeah, we have two different vassals vying for control of Cathurs, and Halfdan is inside. Okay, we're going to be going for a very big defense by the looks of things, so let us wait inside as well. Hopefully not lose any more units due to our low morale issues, but hopefully, if we are to be victorious, those morale issues will be a thing of the past. I hope so, at least. Now, do bear in mind, I do think it takes about 28 hours for these fellows to actually build their... Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Yeah, they are just leaving. Well, that's rather nice, I have to say. So, our morale is still average, which is excellent, so I can continue to wait here, and I will be cutting away, just to make sure that we are completely fine, and then we'll see what we can go. And then we will see what we will do after that. Halfdan is now besieging Dunbreton once again. He's probably not going to continue that for very long, though. Okay, so we have yet another vassal that has attempted to besiege Cathurs. You know, it slightly makes me think that I may just want to forget about siege defenses, because in the end, what does it really give us? I mean, it does give us the ability to have our own keep, if Rathbath is going to decide to give it to us after all, but yeah, a lot of our units are going to perish here, and that's going to be a very difficult thing to deal with over time, because as you know, we lost 13 units in the previous battle, and we only have 80 now, so if we lose another 13, minimum, then we'll have 67, and then another 13, yeah, it's gonna dwindle. It's gonna dwindle, and I don't think we'll lose only 13 in this one. I think we're gonna lose many, many more in this, because this guy has a significant increase in the amount of units that he is currently fielding here. 203 to be precise. Oh, yes. Wonderful. It appears some of our units are actually wandering outside, which is never a good sign, but we are taking a couple of them down, which is actually good, but, I'm a bit worried about that. I'm a bit worried about 200 units outside. You know, I have a feeling that this might actually be a fail, but we'll see. We will see. I have been proven wrong in the past, so I am hopeful that I will still be proven wrong this time around as well. Come on, do some damage, do some damage. That guy's very armored. Whatever that is. Ah, no. Ah, my goodness. The veterans do like to get in my way, unfortunately enough, some of the time. Oh, spearman, really? You're not that good. Come on. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. There we go. There we go. We're doing some significant damage right now. Okay, we took out one of their champion units, then we took 13 damage, which is okay. We have enough HP to be able to sustain that. We took out one of their bodyguards as well. Asbjorn has advanced in level, which is very, very nice to see. If we can take out their heavy units, then I think we'll have a really good chance of being able to do this, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure right now. It doesn't appear as though we have a very positive outlook on this, but maybe we will in the end. Yes. Okay, I'm thinking, what should we do? This is difficult. I'm thinking there's two options. We stay as we are, or we jump out there and do as much damage as we can before getting taken out, potentially. Or we just, yeah, stay here. I don't know. I have no idea at the moment. Come on. Oh, no. Yeah. We're actually doing okay. If we look at the casualties, we're actually doing alright. I would like to be able to take out this guy, though. Yes, there we go. Yes, we're doing some significant damage right there. Okay, I think... I am so tempted. I am so tempted to jump outside here. I know that's a really big mistake, and usually it is going to be a mistake, but do we need to make that effort? Do we need to make the extra effort, take the extra risk for a potential incredible reward in terms of us being able to vanquish this fellow without losing more of our very, very good units? There is some pretty strong opposition out there, so I'm a little bit worried about that, I have to admit. Okay, they're starting to penetrate our lines now, so I do believe we're going to have to deal some damage. Yes, there we go. They've got some champion units. That is the reason why they are able to penetrate our lines. That's not great. Come on, take him out. I need to get back into the fray. Oh, no. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, that guy helped us. Okay, we have a heavy unit coming in here as well. Take that guy out before he's able to do any more damage. I cannot get a good line of sight on him. No! Okay, I think they took him out. No, they haven't. Not yet. There we are. We took him out. There we go. Nice. That was one of the noble units. Very, very tricky to take out. Whoa, okay. I think that is it. There we go. We did it. So we lost 17 units this time, and I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to take the 81 prisoners that we... Oh, no, wait. The 123 prisoners that we knocked unconscious. But, as you see, another 22 renown and 37 morale. But, yes, look at that. 123. Please let me be able to take them. I have no idea what's going on here. Is this a bug? Is that a bug? I have no idea, but... 2 prisoners instead of 123? That's pretty brutal. Ah. Okay. I was really hoping for a little bit more luck that time, but apparently not. Okay, well, hopefully we'll be able to get, yes, a good amount of loot. And, of course, we do want those battle trophies. No battle trophies? Wow, what a cheapskate that guy is. Oh, no. Okay. Well, a good amount of morale, I suppose, and we are leveling up our units, but, yeah, the level ups really aren't that important, as many of the units that are leveling up are only leveling up to some sort of mid-tier unit, so not entirely sure about that right now, but, Helgi, what are we going to get for you? Well, we'll get some more Weapon Master, I suppose. And Asbjorn has also leveled up, so let's get him a couple more increases. So, yes, he has 10. In absolutely everything, which is really nice. And now I'm unsure what to go for. I think trainer skill probably, even though he is only level 7. Should we go for that, or should we make him into a better warrior? I think a better warrior might actually help him out quite a bit. So let's do that for now. And then once he gets a little bit higher level, we'll see about doing some trainer skill. Okay. So, when is Cathurs being assigned to someone? Because I would appreciate being rewarded for the amount of defense that we are pulling off here currently. That would be really nice, but it appears as though Rathbarth is taking his sweet time, which is really not great. So far, though, it doesn't appear as though anyone has been too interested in taking this. Maybe they've heard about our magnificent defense. That would be rather nice, to say the least. Oh! Wow. Okay, it appears that this is quite the difficulty spike. The Kingdom of Frise has now declared war against the Kingdom of Northumbria, so that is, yeah, that is not good. Not good at all. We do not need more people at war against us, that is for sure. Ah. Okay, so he's conferring the marshalship. And, oh no, that's 146 units. Can I fight that? Can I fight 146 units? I actually do not know. How many do we have? 63. Can I fight 146 with 63? Not if that guy joins in. If that guy joins in, we are done for. But if he doesn't, then we might be able to. I don't even know whether this is worth it. But what else do we do? What else do we do to gain renown? What else do we do to gain power? There's not much to do. Because, yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether we'll have enough power to be able to take on vassals on the fields of battle. Or at least we did, but not anymore. But we will be giving that fellow back to his faction. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen anytime soon. No. Look at that, 285, 146, and 258 coming over the hill. Okay, Cathurs, it appears, is going to fall, which is actually really sad, because I did not want to leave it. I really did not want to leave it. That is quite an unfortunate event right there. Ah, okay. Well, I suppose the only thing we can do now is read a book. Oh. Don't we have a book to read? Oh, I've read all of them. Oh, okay, I have read all of the books that we have so far. Okay, that's actually not bad. Okay, well, I suppose we'll just head over to Edinburgh and we'll see what we can do about selling most of our loot. And we'll see how much we get from that. I'm pretty sure we'll get a pretty significant amount, which would be very nice, considering we did spend a huge amount of our resources to defend for so long at Cathurs, and I'm actually really surprised that no one turned up to help us out, or at least really surprised that they didn't give it to us in that time, because of course we were there for at least an in-game week, were we not? I thought we were there for quite a while, so that's pretty sad, I gotta say, but never mind. We did get some battle trophies. We have made a significant amount of money, but obviously that money is going to probably head towards the mead hall and hiring some additional men. And I would like to sell our slave trader as well, or shall we say sell our prisoners for 400 pennies. But if we were able to capture more of those fellows, then I think we would have been in a really good spot. Should I do this? 6,600 for 12 of them? Okay. Yeah, that's exactly my point. We fight, we lose the exact same amount of units, and then we recruit the exact same amount with the amount that we just gained. So it's quite the pickle that's currently going on with our issues here. Yeah, the Kingdom of Warband has taken Cathurs, but no one decided to defend it with us, so I'm not entirely sure what we can do about that. But nevertheless, I think what we will be doing is taking Cathurs off screen. I will do that. And then maybe we'll head down to Cuilnam and we'll see if we can take that as well. But I will not be asking for Cathurs, I don't believe. I will be asking for Cuilnam back, because we do have a presence in the north. Asgard is our presence, of course. And then we'll be heading down to Cuilnam and hopefully taking that as well. But at the moment, I think we probably have to do something. We have to do something drastic to be able to increase our power, because at the moment, I mean, we have 75 units. That's all very well and good, but most of them, well, I wouldn't say most of them, but some of them are pretty low level. And they are causing us a great deal of difficulty because we're not able to take on the stronger units that we would otherwise like to. So I think what I'm going to be doing is spending a little bit of time off screen. I may even not take Cathurs again because there are so many Kingdom of Warband vassals in the vicinity that, well, it's causing us a great deal of trouble. And I think what we would probably otherwise like to do, head back to Reeb and actually just spend a little bit of time recruiting as many units as we can and taking them all the way back to Edinburgh and then putting them in the garrison at Asgard and making a good amount of units. Now, the only problem with doing that is, of course, we are going to have to deal with our wages, and the wages are going to be exponential, so we're going to have to see how that goes, but hopefully along the way we'll be able to take on some Vikings as well. So yes, we'll try to do some of that. I will try to recruit more units, maybe have about 50 in Asgard's garrison so that we have a little bit of a standby in case we fail. So, without further ado, I will end this episode off here. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.